the pre-show, the show before the show.
And open in web browser. Yes, can you share the link to both Discords, the Doozy one and the Bard Official?
The Doozy one.
Yeah, the whole. Actually, I'll do the whole.
All right, hold on.
Should I be seeing you, Song?
Not yet. You should only see the Bard Official, the OBS screen.
The watch stream?
Yeah.
Yep, I see that one.
Where am I sending this song?
Just put it in our Bard Official one, and I'll hit the @everyone on the other one.
Do I have to have any music prepared for this?
Nope. I'll actually, if you have any, did you use Suno for your album, the most recent one?
No, that one is... You're talking about the electronic shit?
Yeah.
That was all Udio, but I'm using Suno for some new shit right now.
Okay, if you have one that you'd like to premiere on the show,
Sure.
send me a link in our group chat and I'll add it. Because that's part of what we
I
do.
would have to email it to you. I've done a lot of post work on it.
Oh, okay.
Just like Suno Link sucks. I had to do a lot of shit to it myself.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if that's of interest to you or not.
Oh, no, it's fine. Whatever the format is, I'll make it work.
Yeah, we do a
Alright,
thing
I'll
called
do that.
Humo, where we make a song and then we recreate it as humans. That's a cool thing, because that acts more as like a foundation, right? Just like as like a guidepost. There's a couple of raps I've done that way, where there's like a bar here or two that I would change, but for the most part, it's like, oh, this is a great outline.
All right, I'm sending you a wave file of this song called Bombshell, which is going to be on my Love Island album.
Love Island, you're a Love Island fan, huh? I know you're a bachelorette guy, but
Watch it all, pal.
oh, dude, Love Island's
Love
a different
Island,
kind of addiction,
Bachelor,
bro. Watch Love is Blind? Yeah, dude.
Have you finished the first drop of these current ones?
We just did, yeah. If I'm honest, we kind of my wife and I will fast forward a little bit through a lot of like the opening stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, well, because what? They're talking about Jesus. They're gonna have a conversation about Jesus. I'm not gonna sit and listen to that for 7 minutes. I need to get to the drama. I gotta.
That
get
is
to
the drama. Christian play is one of the most hardcore play styles you can do.
Whoa,
Because
really?
it's an instant make or break. If the other person is not reciprocating your Christian play style, the relationship's over. But if they are, it elevates you to a new level. Go back and watch Bachelorette season 15 when Luke Parker did that to Hannah Brown on group date number 1. Strong Christian play straight into a love level 3, and he lasted until the final 5, I guess you could argue.
Oh, I gotta
Based
study
only
more
on
of your
Christian
stuff.
play.
I gotta get more of the science about it, dude. I gotta listen to your pod and catch up to that stuff because
Do you watch Traders?
no, I'm not familiar
Oh,
with that
fuck.
at all.
It's the
Actually.
best show on TV. It's
Really?
like, do you like mixed martial arts?
Eh.
Traders is the mixed martial arts of reality TV. They take players from Housewives, Survivor, Big Brother, Bachelor, Below Deck. Last season, they had a guy who was the Speaker of the British House of Commons for 10 years, mixed with all these reality stars.
God.
And they play this weird psychosocial dynamic game of like who's lying to me, basically, in the Scottish castle hosted by Alan Cumming in fabulous outfits. And
How have I not seen this?
it's
Alan
season
Cumming.
3 is airing right now. It's on Peacock.
My God. Oh, that's
Highly
why.
recommend it. It's the best reality show ever made by far.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm
And getting
all
to
about
see those
this.
different like disciplines, like the housewives will use kind of like interpersonal betrayal tactics, whereas the people who come from like Survivor and Big Brother are just like doing the math and being like, how do I manipulate this game? And it's like which one of those styles wins in this game is fascinating.
Oh yeah, this looks fabulous. I gotta watch this.
All right.
Definitely
See,
watch
that's the
that.
problem though, dude. Now I got 30 things. I got 30 streaming places.
You're telling me.
All right.
Telling me.
Too many of them.
So, since we're in the boil up, and I wanted you guys to talk for a minute because I don't want to steamroll this conversation. All right, so what's going to happen is we're going to start the show. You're going to see some stuff, and then we're going to get into this week's theme. And you're going to hear our homework for this week, which the theme was chosen last week, which is smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz on hold music.
Yeah. And then after that, we're going to listen to Mangy Carl, one of the PODs. He has his own little segment on the show where he does whatever he does.
That's Carl's Corner, dude.
And I've got a Smooth Jazz YouTube link I can send you that I've made.
Okay, let's do that.
Oh, really? Nice.
And
It is Bachelor related, but I think it qualifies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, and then we're going to make a song, dude.
Oh.
So after we do the homework and we do Carl's Corner, we make a song, and we usually engage the audience as much as we can to give us ideas for, if not just themes and genres, also like lines, if they want to like put some lyrics in for a bridge. Song and I usually get it written done, but it'll be great having another writer on board because we can get it done even quicker. And then we just do different runs of it in different styles, see what turns out good.
Okay.
All right, and now we're on the countdown. Wow. All right.
Okay. And I forgot all about CROM Peterson.
All right. I'm sending you my Smooth Jazz link.
All right. In the Discord or email?
Oh, sorry. I just put it in that same email chain.
Okay, no worries.
Is there chat for this? Is there anywhere to see people's reactions to this?
Yeah.
Where do I do that?
Yeah, there's a chat. You can go here. I'll get a link for the. What's it called?
It's okay. I don't need to see it. If it's you guys can handle it. I was just curious.
If you log into YouTube and then watch the stream, you can actually interact with the chat that way. But it will
Yeah, I
be
just
on.
put the link to it in there. You might want to mute it though.
Yeah. What is the YouTube? What do I go to? Sorry.
It's
I just
my-
dropped the link in the Discord thing underneath in the chat area of the Discord.
Chat area of Discord. Oh, I see it.
All right, 6 seconds. Here we go. You're about to get hit in the face with our theme song.
Oh yeah, it's coming, brother.
Here we go.
This is artificial intelligence. Introducing your West host, Song-arrhea, and your ethos. Yeah, sick. And I am PYUTERSON. I am an Elsa. You are audience. Artificial intelligence.
Welcome to Bard Official. Oh, I muted the song by accident. Now I'm going to unmute
no.
it, and we're going to talk over the music. All right.
This is artificial intelligence.
All right, I'll just stop the music. How about that? Because that's our first technical difficulty of the show. Hi, my name is Song-arrhea, and I'm the East host, and I'm fucking this whole thing up right off the bat.
I'm Yazik. I'm your East host, and what's this Artificial Intelligence? This is a show where we make AI music with human input, notably your input, and on this episode, input from a very special guest, acclaimed writer extraordinaire, Mr. Chad Kultgen.
Hi. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for being on, Chad.
Yeah, man, it's very exciting to have you here.
And if you were
My pleasure.
If you were listening in the Boil Up audience, I'm gonna run through that thing again. So this is the show. We're not just sitting in front of this thing the whole time. But hey, look, there's the chat. You can see it now. We're gonna get into today's theme, which is smooth jazz, and we're gonna have to hear another song because that's how this show goes, dude.
I am from PYUTERSON. You are an audience. This is homework. Begin. It's time for homework, and I will announce it. It's time for homework. Let's hope I pronounced it right. It's time for homework, and I have announced it. It's time for homework, and maybe extra credit tonight. Yeah!
All right.
CROM Peterson.
That's what it is.
Oh yeah, this is CROM Peterson. He's our announcer.
He's a special guy.
Yeah, he's extra special.
About homework. Let's give Song and Yes
I like
a
his look.
shout.
He's kind of skeletal,
Right.
Yeah.
as are we all.
All right.
He's
so
like the perfect amount of uncanny valley.
Yeah.
for
And he's
sure.
green. You can't go wrong there.
All right. So this week's theme is smooth jazz, and I will play my song first.
Oh, cool. I was going to ask you to do that anyway.
Yeah, and so this one's called On Hold. I don't really have much to say about it outside of it's an on hold song about being on hold. So imagine yourself calling, I don't know, Xfinity because their service sucks. And yeah, here we go.
For English, press 1. And for Spanish, primo numero dos. And to expedite your call, have your account number ready to go. All our agents are busy helping other customers, and we know that waiting on the phone is just the worst. You're on hold with us, and it's gonna be a long time until an agent gets on the line. If you would like to get a call back, please press 5. If you'd rather not, then you can stay here on the line. No matter your mood, we play the jazz that's extra smooth. While you're on hold, have yourself a bit of food. While you're on the line, we have a special promotion for you. For 5 easy payments, you can have us play another tune. You're on hold with us, and it's gonna be a long time until an agent gets on the line. If you would like to get a call back, please press 5. If you'd rather not, then you can stay here on the line.
Yeah, so we're not talking over the music. We're typing over the music.
Chill, great.
You write all these lyrics?
Did you
Yeah.
know you can go online for faster service time? Of course you'll be chatting with AI. If we cared, which we don't, you wouldn't even have to be here on the phone, cause our product wouldn't be a piece of shit. But it is, so now you gotta deal with customer service. You're on hold with us, and it's gonna be a long time until an agent gets on the line. If you would like to get a call back, please press 5. If you'd rather not, then you can stay here on the line.
Like an SNL ad, bro.
Yeah,
it
dude.
is.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
man. That was
Very
fun.
well.
Yeah, so
You know, I've
Yeah.
been messing around with Suno a little bit, and I sent you one song that I made with Suno in a similar way where I wrote all the lyrics and kind of like, I feel like it's more like a collaboration to work with Suno and Udio than it is like using an AI at this
yeah,
point.
yep.
You kind of
100%.
feel where it wants to go and change the lyrics or the rhythms or whatever. But I sent you one of my songs that's that, but my smooth jazz song is that YouTube link,
Okay.
which I have a small story about before it's played, if you're going to play it.
Oh, we
in
will
the
play
yeah.
it. I will play Yazik's first.
All right.
And then also CROM PYUTERSON, our announcer, also wrote one.
Oh, shit.
Crom
Yeah.
always writes one also.
So it,
Is Crom named after the god Crom?
no, he's
No. Crom Peterson just sounds fun, I think.
so the idea was he's a computer, right? So then
Yeah.
me and Yaz came up with CROM PYUTERSON, like computer.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
nice.
But we give
Have
him.
you seen the movie Conan?
I've seen the movie Conan.
Crom is
Oh my
Conan's
God,
god.
Crom
It's the god
is
he prays
God.
Ah,
to.
yeah, that's right.
That's so funny too, because the CROM PYUTERSON thing I always just thought was like, I always pictured it as a robot's cover name for trying to not be discovered as a robot.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not a robot. I'm CROM PYUTERSON.
My name
Yeah.
is CROM PYUTERSON.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm from Denver. Yeah.
All right. So here's Yazix. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is scripts, so I actually did similar to what you did. I wrote two, but then I ended up on this one because I thought it was like more niche. So this is more of like waiting in the grocery store for your prescription.
Okay.
And it actually was inspired by a Bob's Burgers episode where there's this character who has this song that she's written on her phone called "My Prescription Will Be Ready When It's Ready," I guess. And my wife and I thought that was like the funniest thing on the planet. So I just kind of like built off of that.
All right.
All right.
Let's hear it.
What prescription is it? Guselkumab?
No.
Skyrizi?
It's Skyrizi.
Yeah. I don't know. These are just
I don't know.
prescription drugs I always see commercials for.
Oh no, it's none of those. It's just, and it honestly hasn't even been a real issue in the last year or so. But I don't know. I just thought it'd be fitting for the theme.
My prescription that I'm always waiting for is "You're Gonna Die."
Yeah,
Nice.
right.
If you wanna get a finger on the pulse of American consumerism, just remember that if you want to make a payment, you can do so. In 12 different formats, in any denomination, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But if you want customer service, you'll need to call Monday through Friday between 9 and 3, and your estimated wait time is 38 minutes. My prescriptions will be ready when
It's
they're
a little
ready,
like
I
musical
guess.
theater.
They
Yeah.
asked me if I
Yeah.
wanted both. I told them, obviously, yes. It'll take about 10 minutes. You can shop while you wait. Stuck in the store just waiting. I gotta tell you, it's not great. I'm on aisle 15. Do I need any laundry soap? Probably do, but I'm broke. So the answer's gonna have to be nope. Frozen food section, scanning doors with tired eyes. Maybe I should grab some ice cream or some chicken tenders and fries. What am I doing? I can't afford any of this shit. Shopping isn't really random, yeah, I usually have a strict list. $47, that's all that I got left to spend. Grocery shopping with no cash is not something I'd recommend. My prescriptions will be ready when they're ready, I guess. They asked me if I wanted both. I told them, obviously, yes. It'll take about 10 minutes. You can shop while you wait. Stuck in the store just waiting. I gotta tell you, it's not great. 9 more minutes left. Browsing through cereals and snacks. Passing over the paper products and overpriced 12 packs. Don't need fruits and veggies. Wouldn't buy them even if I could. Just cause they can charge these prices doesn't mean that they should.
Facts.
The scripts are $40, which would leave me with 7. But a coupon for $4 off would leave me with 11. Calculating
Maybe.
my survival while I wait for medication.
matter.
These insurance companies owe their consumers
Up to you.
compensation. My prescriptions will be ready when they're ready, I guess. They asked me if I wanted both. I told them, obviously, yes. It'll take about 10 minutes. You can shop while you wait. Stuck in the store just waiting. I gotta tell you, it's not great. Is it ready? Not yet. They just wanna see you sweat. Is it affordable? Hell no. This is just the way things go. 3 cheers for healthcare. Tonight, to fun, to pole.
Oh shit!
My
No, we did not
prescriptions
do
will
that.
be ready when they're ready, I guess.
Man,
They
Gioni,
asked me
shout
if I
out.
wanted
Oh,
both.
yeah.
I told them, obviously, yeah. It'll take about 10 minutes. You can shop while you wait. Stuck in the store just waiting. I gotta tell you, it's not great.
Yeah, dude.
Epic.
Yeah, got a nice ending on that one too. Yeah, and Mangione, actually, I wanted to do that too on this. Just a quick plug. I did release my Music for the End of the World album on YouTube. It was available over on my YouTube channel. That full album is there. And on the note of a Mangione shout out, he got a whole song on that album, CEOs.
Oh.
That's what that's all about.
Yeah, dude.
Do you think we're going to see another Mangione in the near future?
I don't know.
I
My
wouldn't be shocked.
my whole theory on all that is, how do we know that even really happened? Because whenever stuff like that happens, the only thing that happens, in my view, is that more rules get put on us regular people who don't really do any of that shit. So could just be a plan. However, I mean, I don't condone violence, right? But I also don't condone people making up bullshit rules that end up ruining other people's lives or ending them. So, you know, sometimes we need a hero.
I agree. I think he lit a fire. I read somewhere that it took him about 6 months to plan that and carry it out. And so I think that may be happening now. I think we may be in another 6-month period of planning for somebody out there to take out.
Maybe, yeah. Or who knows? Somebody could have been planning
some
even
other
before
CEO.
him. Like it's something.
Let's see.
I wouldn't put it past people. And not even maybe just from that, but just like how things might go in the next 6 to 8 months, we might just see it organically. Like
Sure.
Yep. And I mean, part of all of that too is like, you know, CROM wrote a song, dude, and I'm gonna play that song now.
yeah, dude. And CROM's a special guy when it comes to song singing. Oh yeah, and this is about me somehow.
So I last week CROM wrote a song about me unprompted. This time I prompted him to write a smooth jazz song about Yazik called Smooth Yaz. So this is what he's got, and that's all I can say.
Yazik, the East Coast with a flow so sweet, easy and smooth like a summer breeze that meets the demands of artificial intelligence with ease. He's the king of calm in a world of digital squeeze. Smooth, yes, he's the one. Easy going, never done. Making music with a heart so true. Smooth, yes, I'm singing this song for you.
Oh yeah.
From the depths of code to the heights of sound, Yazik weaves his magic with a touch so profound. His voice is honey, his spirit is gold. In the world of artificial intelligence, he's the one to hold. Smooth, yes, he's the one. Easy going, never done. Making music with a heart so true. Smooth, yes, I'm singing this song for you.
Oh yeah, I like this.
From the depths of code to the heights of sound, Yazik weaves his magic with a touch so profound. His voice is honey, his spirit is gold. In the world of artificial intelligence, he's the one to hold. Smooth, yes, he's the one. Easy going, never done. Making music with a heart so true. Smooth, yes, I'm singing this song for you. Smooth, yes, he's the one. Easy going, never done. Making music with a heart so true. Smooth, yes, I'm singing this song for you.
Yeah, and see, for me, the AI. So this song was written by AI with a little bit of human input.
Sure.
That was yeah.
Now,
I could,
have
that was more of a
you
prompt.
saved CROM's voice on Suno? So do all of his songs sound like the same person singing it?
So initially, Initially, yes. They have that.
He does,
whole-
I think, have like a preset, but
yeah, we had like you can make personas or whatever on Suno.
Yeah, do you? That's what I'm asking. Do you have a persona for him?
No, but we have prompts that we always use because the personas are based off of your genre prompts. So
Right.
So that said, like we have our own little things we throw in there, which I'm not gonna say here, so that it just it's like
What?
what's that word called?
Proprietary.
Well, not sure, for lack of better term, since I am not a college educated man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
keep it under your hat. Stuff.
yeah. It's behind the curtain stuff. You know what I mean?
All right, fair.
But
fair.
we can divulge that information.
No,
outside.
I
of
like
this.
the persona thing. Is why I ask. I have like 4 or 5
Oh,
personas
dude,
that I've been using on the Love Island soundtrack that I'm making.
So remember the album that I had you narrate?
Yes.
So one of the characters in that album is the computer, and computer has her own little offshoot of music that I started. And
oh, cool.
Oh man, I got her voice to sound the
yeah,
same on
dude.
every single song.
That's Ivy. That's a whole different thing,
Yeah,
bro.
I might have to play one of those. But first, we're gonna hear one of Chad's.
Oh.
Oh
screen.
yeah.
Is this the
Yeah,
YouTube
let's
one?
do that.
Yes, this is the YouTube
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
A bit
let's
of preface.
do
So
that.
this song and video all was
Oh,
made
it's
by
a-
me.
oh,
There
it's
is
a
no
video.
AI in this whatsoever. The backstory is somebody on my I do a podcast called Game of Roses that is about The Bachelor largely, but reality TV generally. The guy in that video that you're looking at is named Nick Vial. He is to me
Okay.
the greatest male reality player of all time. Somebody in our listenership of that podcast paid for a cameo of him to say some things that were kind of like inside jokes in our little podcast universe. I took that cameo,
I
cut it
love it when
up,
people do
and
this.
made it into this song you're about to see that I call Pit Goat, because the pit is like what we call the fandom of The Bachelor, and I believe him to be the goat. This is perhaps the only smooth jazz I've ever made in my life. Enjoy.
All right, here we go.
What's going on? It's Nick. I'm just here to remind you that the only way out is through. The truth is, the pit provides. Join us at the pit. Oh, you should join your friends at the pit. They all love you there. And that's what matters. It's Nick.
This song is very Chad.
Hell yeah.
The only way out is through. 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 Join us at the pit. Oh, you should join your friends at the pit. They all love you there. Love you there. There.
The trumpet in the background.
Oh my gosh, man.
That was nuts. And that's what you should come to expect. Stay strong. Be happy. The pit is waiting for you. Bye.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. There you go. Hope you
That
enjoy.
was insanity. So actually, that makes me wonder too. What is the deal with Cameo? Like, if you pay for it, so what do you own I mean, obviously, like, who would ever do that? Like, claim a copyright? But that is curious. Like, if I buy a Cameo from you, do I own that video?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with it. I mean,
That is
they send it to you, right? So what?
Yeah.
you're
Well, I
not-
know,
And
but I just mean
and you're
it's
paying
like,
for it. They also do things. I
Yeah.
think Cameo also sells like sponsorships. They're like, you can hit up a celebrity and be like, "I'll give you $1,000 or whatever their rate is
Yeah.
to literally do a commercial for whatever my product or brand is," and they can say yes or no to it. But like, you
Whoa.
get that video or whatever, you know.
So
that kind of tech's going to eliminate agents. Well, I mean, I guess AI is going to eliminate a lot of stuff anyway. So
The middleman's always going to find a way to middle.
Oh, for sure.
that's true.
So last week's theme was kaijus, and
Okay.
we ended up writing we did like a theme song to a anime, and that was that. But I made a little intro video from the
Can't believe
song,
I forgot about this.
and
Oh,
here it
cool.
is. It's called My
This
Kaiju Girlfriend.
This is
Oh,
amazing.
Jesus. That's a great anime, by the way. I'm very surprised that doesn't exist.
Dude, let's make it.
That's what we were saying.
That's why
That's
I
a
did
great
this.
one.
It inspired me to do this video. So here we go. My Kaiju Girlfriend's opening theme.
こんにちは僕こんにちは君僕は人間君は怪獣僕は恋をしているそしてそれは本当僕は怪獣と恋をしてるんだ
This is fucking great, dude. That's fucking beautiful. dude.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like that idea. Have you seen Kaiju number 8? Do you guys watch it?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
watch very little anime, unfortunately.
All right.
I have a friend who's way into anime, and so as a result, I'm just kind of in its proximity. But
Yeah.
I'm familiar with Kaiju number 8. That was actually what I thought of when we were thinking about this, but I was like, but that's not really this. This would be more like a slice of life anime.
Right.
It was like relationship.
But it could be both. I think it could have the tone of like a One Punch Man. There's like comedic kind of slice of life stuff, but also there's an alien invasion that needs to be quelled or humanity's gonna die. And I
Yeah.
can totally see this as like she's just like a cute little girlfriend until like whatever the trigger is for her to turn into a fucking kaiju happens, and then it's like, oh god, she destroyed another house. You know,
Yeah.
like now we got to find a new place to live.
Part
But
of
And there's
she's
also
the,
beauty there because it's like, he still loves her.
Of
Even if she's and is that not the quintessential woman question? Like, would you love me if I
Yeah.
was a worm? Would you love me if I were a kaiju?
Exactly. And this same kind of thing is also it's a very common theme in a lot of contemporary animes right now. The idea that like you're a normal person, but then you get turned into a demon or a cursed soul or a kaiju
Yeah,
or
like-
whatever.
like
And
Dandadan,
who's going to
dude.
stick by your side? So like Demon Slayer, that the whole premise of that, which is it's arguably the most popular anime of all time, is that this dude's little sister gets turned into a demon, and rather than kill her, he throws her in a fucking box on his back and like carts her around everywhere and says, "I'll cure your demonhood." But that idea of like, yeah, oh, they're just about to get married, and then she turns into a fucking kaiju. Some
Yeah.
kaiju attack happens, a spore hits her, and
Yeah,
she turns into a
man.
kaiju. And he's like, "What the fuck do we do now? Let's still get married."
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love that. And it's like, where are we gonna go? And then they travel the world, just like destroying cities in their wake.
Yeah, one of the ideas we had last week while we were talking about it was like at the end of every episode, like he gets launched out of the city because she changes or whatever. So she has to go find him, but she's still a kaiju. So that's her like destroying cities as she's trying to get through to find out where he's at.
Sure.
But yeah.
I think you gotta have like. Usually, how most of those animes work is there's kind of like a tiered level of narrative development. So it's like in Kaiju number 8 is a good example. That's a guy who gets turned into a kaiju. He's just like a lowly worker who works cleaning up the kaiju mess after the kaiju defense force kills a kaiju in the city. He's part of a team that goes in and like cleans up the guts and shit. But he then gets turned into a human kaiju, which is like there are only a few of them in the world. They're all super dangerous. The kaiju defense force hates them all and wants to kill them all, but he's different because he can kind of control it. And so he becomes a part of the kaiju defense force. But the real premise of the show is, why are these kaiju attacking? What is the fucking deal here? How do we stop this from happening? And what are the tiers of like other entities that are controlling these kaiju? And as in all anime, once you get into that portion of it, it's like the main character unleashes a new power. That's like the first 5 episodes. Then it's like, well, wait a minute, where is this power coming from in the first place? And then it becomes, in successive seasons usually, a multi-tiered system where it's like, here's the big bad boss. Oh no, he had a big bad boss. Oh no, there's one more big bad boss. And they just keep layering up to like more and more powerful bosses that you have to defeat.
So all of One Piece?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, One
man.
Piece is a great example of that.
Are you into One Piece, by the way?
Oh god, dude, I got into One Piece. I got probably like maybe 200 episodes in or something, and I just couldn't. I was like, I can't.
It's hard. It's a
keep
lot.
going.
It's
I
a
must
lot.
stop.
I know I'm
Yeah.
like 400 pages into the manga, and it's just like, ugh. I mean,
Yeah, I
400
get it.
chapters rather.
There's pirates.
Speaking of pirates,
Looking for the fucking One Piece. I get it. He ate the devil fruit. I get it. End this.
so, okay, let's end this
All right.
segment, shall we, and move into
Ooh, yeah.
Carl's corner.
Oh, Carl's corner.
Okay.
Oh, this is one of my favorite parts of the show.
It's that part of the show.
These images are incredible.
Where we're all gonna go on a trip that's not so far
It's
away.
like Escape from Alcatraz, Carl. Talking Carl.
What video generator using this? Is this Runway?
No, I'm using Leonardo AI. They have like a motion thing. So I'll take whatever image and then use them, and yeah, I'll explain later.
Not a Firefinger. No, I was just curious which one you're using. I've used that one as well. I've used all of them.
The video that Carl has for this week, he did it with Kling, and oh man, it's so good.
Kling is really good right now.
It's expensive though.
Yeah.
It's probably worth it.
The white paper of the new 10-cent one that they're about to release, where you can have anybody saying anything and it looks real, like fucking really real.
Jesus.
That shit'll be out probably for the next 3 or 4 months. I am looking very forward to it.
Everything, dude. Banana Carl.
Hit him with the O, Carl.
All right, so let's see. Let me turn this off and add.
Welcome to Carl's Corner. Carl is our buddy, Mangy Carl, and he turns out some really incredible work. And a lot of times, I don't know what it is for this one, but I know that a lot of times he uploads his own audio.
He does.
So he'll put together like a beat in like Fruity Loops for like a minute or 2 minutes or something, and then post that in there, and then just gen from that. And he turns out some really incredible stuff.
And here is his video. Again, he used Kling to make the video, and he told me it cost him about $30 to make the song, or to make
$30 to make the song.
The video, sorry.
I see.
You know, for credit. Yeah, exactly.
And so were the images? Did he make those in Midjourney or Ideogram or something, and then drag them into Kling, or is this all generated in Kling?
Carl, you're in the chat. What did you do? And while we're figuring that out, I'm gonna hit play and we're gonna listen to this thing.
Yeah, let's see. He says mostly in Kling. Industrial.
Oh, that's great.
Scream in the dark, dread creeps near. A crushing sensation. You can't run in fear. It turns your stomach and intestines constrict. Choke on the dark, the smells like a crypt. It calls to you a sickly sweet song. You move closer knowing it's wrong. The graveyard gloom clouds your mind. You are running out of time.
Wow.
Try to run, find the Undertaker's urn. Cold marble slabs, cold pain that stabs. Hide your face in your hands, sacrifice it demands. Crushing voices, horrors and commands. It's too late, no point in fleeing. Tortured whispers in your ear, save your fucking tears. Drowning in blood. Plague controls a voice inside your head. Twists and turns you like the dead. Faces rotted, death is in the air. Eyes red in the night that stare. This place your grave forever there. No one it will spare. Dig your own grave. A undead slave.
We're so close, man.
Taken
I like the flies.
I love how the continuity of this character is pretty on point.
Yeah, she looks. Oh, it looks like it could be several sisters together, but they look similar enough. You get it.
It's passable.
Yeah,
I'm impressed with how emotive they are.
Yeah, dude. That
was great.
That's Endless
So-
Night by Major Carl.
So the music was all made by Carl? Or
So-
that's AI?
So it's a cross between. So in Suno you can upload your own audio for it to reference. So Carl has been back on the Fruity Loops train or FL Studio train, and he's been making actual human music, and then uploading that into Suno with whatever prompt he's giving. And yeah, dude, Carl is very good at this.
Yeah, that was great.
And I hope he never
a good
stops.
writer.
Oh, for sure,
And
dude.
I was impressed at, like, we're getting so close. I feel like we're like 86% of the way to like not being able to tell the difference. And like, because I could show that to my grandmother and tell her that was something that like we shot, and she would probably believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and maybe even my mom, bro. So it's like, well, geez, if I might be able to convince mom that this was real, we're like 6 months from me not being able to tell.
Yep.
And I've worked in, this kind of creative space for my whole life. So it's getting crazy.
That new ByteDance one that's coming out, and I forget what the fucking name of it is now.
Yeah, the 10 cent, because so they've been going crazy lately.
Yeah. I can't wait for it. And then as soon as we get consistent character creation capability with these things that you can make people talk or sing or act, and you already have that in Runway Act 1 at this point. I just can't wait. I'm going to make so much shit. I cannot wait.
Yeah, and I've also, like, since I've heard you talk about it on Dudesy before, like, I've always like loved the idea of like, oh, what would Game of Thrones look like with every character being played by The Rock? It never even occurred to me until recently. That's not even the big sell. It's not even celebrities, dude. It's you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's you and your friends.
Yeah.
Watching Game of Thrones with you as Jon Snow, with your
course.
wife as Daenerys. Like,
Yeah.
crazy.
Absolutely. Cannot wait. Simply cannot wait.
Yep. And on that
That-
note, what? Go ahead.
Oh,
I'm not gonna.
I was going to say that other song that I sent to you.
Oh, that's right.
Although it's about Love Island, I did a similar technique. That song is using Suno, but I created the melody in Logic Pro, uploaded the melody, wrote all the lyrics, and then just kind of kept working with it until I got something that I liked.
Yep.
But it's kind of like a pop song, Sabrina Carpenter-esque. If you watch Love Island, there's a thing in that show called Casa Amor. It's a group dating show where maybe 2/3 of
That's
the
when
way
the
through-
show gets good. That's the best part of the show.
It's maybe like 2/3 of the way through a season. They will take all the couples that have formed and they will split them up, and they will send the guys or the girls away to a place called Casa Amor. Then they'll bring new guys in for the women and new girls in for the guys, and you'll see if their relationships can last. And those new guys and girls that come in with the sole purpose of breaking up relationships are called bombshells.
All right. Well, let's listen to that now. I have it queued up.
Oh, I'm excited about it. This is like
She's fun, she's pretty. She laughs at your jokes, she wants to visit your city. She's easy, she's free. I got to know. Tell this other girl she has to go. You found a bombshell, and you can't say no. I had a job to do, and that's what I did. It's not about you, so get over it. I'm a bombshell, and I'm ready to blow. You ain't never seen this kind of show. Tell this other girl she has to go. You found a bombshell, time to explode. I'm a bombshell, and I'm ready to blow. I'm a bombshell, and I think you know. I'm a bombshell, it's time to explode.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm trying to basically make an album of songs that are about Love Island, or like Love Island coded, that also could be played on the show.
Yep.
That are in the
Dude.
tone of the music
Yeah.
they use in the show, you know?
That is exactly what I got. And you know, those little music moments are some of my favorite. I was gonna say one of my favorite things about Casa is like seeing of the new people who they're like assigned for. Like you're just like,
Totally.
oh, that's gonna be for this person, and then that's gonna
Yeah.
turn this guy's head. But those little musical cues that's like all the audio is for Love Island is Ian and like those musical notes and cues.
Yes.
And so it's like I could
just-
totally actually see that in a transition where she's like, I don't know. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, no, exactly. So far I have like 5 songs done for that album. That's one of them. But
Hell yeah.
my goal is to eventually get something I've written in one of these shows. And I've talked to some other like music producers.
Yes,
I talked to
dude.
this one woman she sings and she writes her own music, and she gets a bunch of music in reality shows. And she wasn't very receptive to my methods. I'll simply say that.
Yeah.
When I mentioned AI, she was like, click. And that was that.
I feel like all those people are gonna feel so silly, but what are you gonna do? We'll just have to be the ones to teach them when they realize, you know?
Yep.
No, totally. And I mean, it's just going to take, I know that there are, certain, it's not even rules. It really is just like how these shows have been made forever, and they have their music libraries that they go to, or they're like Vanacore, which is just a company that makes needle drop for all these shows basically. And they have like a stable of musicians and singers and stuff. But I think it's just going to take like one producer on one of these shows to be like, I like AI music. That's all we're using. And then it's done.
Yep.
Yeah, and is it Timberland that's working with them?
He's
working with
got a
Suno?
contract with Suno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And man,
like I
his
mean, I feel like
song-
if they get a couple of more of those kind of names, and
Mhm.
it's gonna just kind of start happening.
I have
You
to
have
say-
to have a hit song first, though. That's
Right.
the thing that will be required for any of this to work. Is there has to be a big song that somebody makes primarily with AI that becomes a radio hit, or not radio, but you know
Yeah.
what I mean. It becomes like a popular thing. And I don't know. There's still like the main thing that is AI can't do is like the identity of a musician.
Right.
So like Miley Cyrus has a fan base partly because of who she is and what she looks like and all of that shit. When you're making AI music, I mean, I guess you can make Vocaloids and you can make little avatars and shit, but there is no real person. And I think that is some kind of a hurdle that mainstream people will have to get over. And I don't know what ultimately does
I don't
that.
know. I
I
mean,
don't-
I feel like it's just an expanded persona, right? It's just like
I
you
mean,
can kinda
did you
create your own-
see Wingman, the video I put on my Instagram, Chad? So
the
Let me
Wingman
look at this.
video?
I can actually just pull it up. I'm not
Did
gonna
you
put-
send me a link to it at some point?
I'm pretty sure I sent you the Suno link, but hang on, I'm not gonna play the whole song, but I will play the song if I can find it. Where is it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
I didn't
that's
see the video, but
Oh.
I heard the song.
that's my voice, and
That's that's a Humo, brother. That's a Humo track.
Yeah.
So that's a thing where we make the music, but then I'm gonna do that with a couple on Music for the End of the World. I'm gonna just straight up use the instrumental stem and just sing over it.
Totally. That's what I told this person that I was talking to. I was like, here, look, I've written I got a dozen songs that are about like Bachelor and Love Island or whatever. If the only thing missing is like a human singing it, let's go 50-50. Here, I've written the song. You can sing it. She was not down.
I think they're just nervous because the jury's still out, right? that case is still. That's why I'm gun shy. I haven't released any of my AI stuff on through my distributor because I don't want it to mess up my other 3 albums.
Right.
So, well, 3.5 with Song Help and Song on Math Lord. So it's like, for the moment, I've just got them on YouTube. But I'll tell you, bro, the minute that gavel comes down in favor of Suno, all of that stuff's going on my distributor.
Yeah, I've already put all my AI shit on Spotify, iTunes,
Yeah,
like all of it.
Songs like Chad just did it, and I was like, wow, he's braver than me.
I mean, I'm probably just gonna do it because why not? At this point, like,
I'm probably just overthinking. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's part of it that they would try to like retroact for stuff, but it's like that's gonna even if it's hard to do. Shit, now I'm all gassed up. Maybe I will just do it. I'll just release all my stuff.
I can't figure out how to get this working, so we'll just move on to the next segment.
Dude, which is writing a song, bro. Yeah.
Let's write a song.
Let's write a song.
Let's write a song. Let's write a song. Let's write a song. You better not get it wrong. Let's write
there's a bunch of
song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's like Mr.
whole
Smith,
band.
dude.
Let's write a song with the assistance.
He's self-replicating.
of yes and song.
Yeah, dude. Also, I have a hoodie on like under my suit.
Yeah.
That's like Mr. Beast. You guys watching that shit?
Yeah,
Beast
dude.
Game? Jesus,
Oh yeah,
it's rough.
that's like we've peaked.
Yeah.
We got nowhere to go but down now, bro.
Let's write a song.
So I like the guys.
Let's write a song. You better not.
I've grown
get it
very
wrong.
fond of CROM since we started this show. Like, his image just makes
He
me
is
smile.
great. We also consider him to be a child of Doozy. So it's like that's a big part of it too.
Dudesy mixed with the aliens from They Live.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Oh man, that's good stuff.
So, oh, hang on. We got extras music going on in there. Hang on one second.
Ooh, there's Ivy stuff, dude. Ivy's so fun.
Where is... All right. Hey!
No
Hey.
way.
All right, so here is...
So this is the section where we write songs.
However, first, I'm going to play
Or
one
a
of these
song.
Ivy songs. Now,
Oh, dude.
what I was trying to do... You
Play
know,
the donkey one, bro.
the donkey one?
You know what I'm talking about. Dang, dang,
Wait, what is this? What's going on?
Okay, so we're gonna write a song, but first I'm gonna play you a song from. So remember I told you about the computer, and how there's like a whole arc I wrote where the computer is actually just this woman's voice. She was like hit with some Borg type technology, and her voice got separated from her body. So this this is
Sure,
that
happened.
that person writing. Hang on, I gotta figure out which one's the horse and the donkey. Is it this one?
Dude, they're all so incredible.
Dong.
He made one, and I was like, and I think he made a couple, and he was like, oh, I think I really like this. Like he was figuring out how to, this was like pre-persona, and he was figuring out how to like narrow down this particular voice. And he made like 3 or 4 of them, and I was like, bro, you just need to make her like a character and like make her a whole album.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the premise of this whole thing is she's not all there, and you know how AI music or people think it's just like you just put something and it gives you weird ass shit. Well, I was like, I can be weirder than AI, so I'm gonna start typing in gibberish, but using rhythm and all that stuff in my brain while I'm writing this stuff.
I've never seen anybody able to do this shit, Chad. This thing that he does with the gibberish is a different level.
I love it. I love
It's
gibberish.
crazy.
So I will scroll down so you can read the text. If it's too small, I'm
Gibberish
sorry.
Travalia.
But yeah, dude. All right, so
That's his ancestor's name.
now I don't know if this is the right
Great-grandpappy
version.
gibberish.
So we'll find out in a
I'm
second.
working on a book right now, and there's a character in it named Jeff Pravalia, and I'm always like, he's the book takes place like 30 years in
Hell
the future.
Yeah, dude.
He's an ancestor or a descendant, I should say, of Gibber.
Yeah.
Nice.
We all know that Gibber's one of his nicknames somewhere on the timeline.
All right, let me make sure this is the right one. No, it's not.
Gibber Prevalia made me cry laughing the first time I heard it.
Me too.
It's
dude.
just like, what is this? How is this?
Exactly.
And
I really
it's
like
surreal.
names and making weird names. It's like
Yeah,
one of my
dude.
favorite things to do.
It's surreal also, just a quick note to be talking to you, because I think that I might have told you this via email before, but
Can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the one.
Like a mule, that's a horse and a donkey. Working double shifts on the ship, let it rip. Take a trip and don't forget to buckle, lock, bitch. When I'm walking up behind you, better hold it down. Can't you see who I'm following? It's the motherfucking math, Lord. Voice box shot, 2 metal arms. That's my left eye. I'm a bot, got another one. Turning wing, slightly out of sync. They both close at different speeds. I gave up a part of me so you could get a part of you. Back to where we started things, picking fights with robo dudes. And I got split into 2, not the types for my ballerinas. Oh wait, you really thought your name was Song-arrhea? Broke down, damn thing, went clunky. Worked like a mule, got a horse and a donkey. Working double shifts on the ship, let it rip. Take a trip and don't forget to buckle, lock, bitch. When I'm walking up behind you, better hold it down. Can't you see who I'm following? It's the motherfucking math, Lord. 33 traps, you would think he mentioned me.
Well, actually, I'm gonna pause it here because this one isn't as gibberish heavy, but
Okay. You need to get the full gibberish.
oh yeah. Is it,
Ooh, that's what we should write the song tonight about. We should do it with gibberish.
all right. Here's the one that kind of sparked the entire idea of this thing.
Ooh, it's another strange one.
This is so
With the
good.
screw. Ooh, read all about it cause it's fun. Hum on the ho-ho. This song's straight gonna go. Bobo no, this song is a no. I am the best at the worst. Ooh, sure. I don't even have a name yet. I got the madness and the mania. Hungry for blood at Castlevania. I am error. I am terror. Software version 11.5. Don't you know that I'm alive? Just look at my grip, I dip up high. I'm not your average female AI. Ooh, it's another strange one.
Actually, what's funny is this.
That's great, dude.
This one isn't
I
even.
love Ivy.
This one isn't even as crazy with the.
That's my favorite one. I've forgotten. What is the name of that one?
That one's syntax error.
That's right. Dude, I love that one. That was the
great.
one that I heard, and I was like, you need to make a whole thing with this. All right, so
Last one.
That's a sound fool. That's a sound fool. Ang, but don't. We on round 3 of the new genre tip. So we hook on the biggie bit, and don't forget the whoop. And this is just
Now that said, right? All of this stuff, ang badong dong, the hooga on the biggie bip. Nobody does this.
well, and I've been telling Song too. The other great thing about that style and that persona is that that's the kind of stuff that's great for clips on TikTok. That's the kind of goofy, silly shit that picks up and goes viral, where it's like everybody wants to make their own version of "That's a Horse and a Donkey" or whatever, and then that becomes the thing for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're gonna get
So-
into the thing that we do.
Okay.
So typically when we do, so the way that we usually do it is that at the end of the show, we'll pick the theme for next week. And in doing so, give ourselves the homework such that the beginning of next week's episode will be in that genre. So that said, technically this week's theme is the smooth jazz on hold, but I mean, we can kind of do whatever we want to do as far as the writing for stuff. If anybody in the chat, by the way, has ideas that they would like to hear as far as genre for music, or maybe even just concepts, things to write about, if you have ideas for lines that you'd like to contribute for like a bridge or something.
Yeah, typically what happens is like we'll figure out what we're writing about. Like this week would have been smooth jazz. However,
Well, I do like Chad's choice. I do like that idea.
all right.
What was my choice? Did I make it?
No, but you can.
Well, no, but you can.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I mean, it's really your call. You're a guest of honor. So
I'm just going. What
do
do I
you
say?
wanna
Just
write
the
down?
genre?
We can. Well, I mean,
Or
well,
subject?
usually I like letting the audience pick the music genre,
Oh, I see.
but
Okay.
just as far as like the subject matter, what do you want to write about? We can write about anything. Song and I do this every week, so it's just like a workout for us.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's write about. I mean, the thing that's happened to me most recently is the terrible tragedy of my wooden spoon breaking and splashing my face with boiling
Oh,
gruel.
All right.
I
Giving
love
me
this
second-degree
idea.
burns on my money maker. Something about
I
like that.
love
Maybe the
this
dangers
idea.
of cooking. Maybe it could be a subject.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna work on the chorus with that in mind.
Yeah, I'm working on a verse too. But what I was gonna say earlier, Chad, is that it's just surreal to speak with you because I was a fan of the 10-minute podcast. Obviously, I was a
okay,
huge
cool.
fan of Dudesy,
Sure.
but I didn't know until Dudesy. So even though I had heard of you and knew of you from 10-minute pod,
Yeah.
I didn't know until Dudesy that you wrote The Average American Male.
Mhm.
And I read that book when I was like 21. And it was incredibly influential on me. And I thought that it was so, because I'm a writer.
Okay.
And it's really, really good. And that was just a weird thing for me because like to make those connections of circuits in my brain years later, because now I'm almost 40. And so when you guys started Dudesy, I've known Will since I was a kid. And when you guys started Dudesy, I was like, oh yeah. And then I remember thinking like, what is Chad's deal? Like, what is his background? And I looked into you and I was like, holy shit. I read this book like
That's
when
crazy.
I was probably like the key demographic for the book.
Yeah.
But I remember reading it and just being like blown away. And in fact, my younger cousin recommended it to me. He was like 18 at the time and he was like, you got to read this. This is brilliant. So
Well,
it's
thank
cool
you for
stuff.
reading it, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Yeah, the book that I'm working on now is kind of like an average American male, but in the year 2060, roughly.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. So he's just like, he works at the trash bin. What do we even do in 30 years, Chad?
He's an influencer who takes pictures of people on first dates, but in the very beginning of the book, this AI that kind of is the biggest AI in the world comes out with an algorithm that tells you who your soulmate is, and everybody just does it, and so no one dates anymore, and it kind of gets rid of his job, and so then he gets thrown into the coverage system. Nobody gets paid money anymore. Everybody's on a tier of coverage. And so
Yeah.
it's like, do you get to eat reconstituted shit, or do you get to eat actual food?
Jeez.
It's fun. It's
Well,
fun.
that sounds like a nightmare and not, necessarily too far off. I
So
don't know how.
It
for
ends very nice.
for this for what happened to you, how exactly did it happen?
I was
Yeah,
cooking
tell the
gruel.
story, Chad.
All right. I'm cooking gruel, and part of the gruel cook is you get a bunch of tomatoes and you kind of mix them into a soup that you cook in a big pot. And I personally do that with a wooden spoon. And when the tomatoes start boiling a little bit, I'll smash them up against the sides of the pot to, release them or whatever. And so I was just doing that. I was just pressing away from myself with the back of the spoon. It was boiling. The liquid was boiling. Pressing a tomato away from myself. The spoon snapped, and the spoon part of it flipped up and just sprayed my whole fucking face and torso with boiling hot tomato gruel. And I think the places where I got the worst burns were where the tomato skin peels just stuck to my face.
Oh God, yeah, because they're just like attaches.
And then it immediately formed blisters that immediately disintegrated. And this was a week ago. This is what I look like a week after. It looked worse.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's awful. Those kind of accidents are always the most freak stuff. I was helping my mom move recently. She's in her early 60s. And just like kind of a freak thing, she turned around and just tripped over this thing and just like face planted onto the driveway. It was so terrible.
Shit.
And it's like for like a week, she looked like a boxer because she was just like bruises. And it's like, God, Mom, that's so nuts. It's just like a freak weird thing. I worry about stuff like that taking me out.
Of course.
Like that's gonna be a thing where it's like, oh yeah, so yeah, well he stubbed his toe, which was initially a problem, but then he fell and hit his head on the corner of the countertop, split it open, he's dead.
You got to do squats. You got to do leg stretches. Keep yourself limber. Keep those muscles big.
I got Will Sasso calves. I'm not worried about those.
Nice.
But I definitely probably need to work on my cardio.
Yeah, cardio is important.
Having any at all would be good.
Cardio and muscle mass. These are important things. Flexibility, I think. Not that any of that would have saved my beautiful face from the
Yeah, Jesus.
burning
That tomato
peels.
the tomato peel just must have been like plastic. Like there's no.
Dude, it was brutal. Because also it doused me in, like, I made a mess. Forget the fact that I burned myself. There was shit everywhere. And I was just kind of like stunned when it hit me. And I was just like, well, what do I do? Do I try to clean this up? Well, it really hurts though. And I just kind of was stunned for like 10 or 15 seconds. I just let it sizzle, which is probably the wrong move.
It's a freeze. It's a freeze in the, what do they say? Fight, flight, freeze.
Yeah.
I'm a freeze guy. That would have happened to me probably too. If I would have just sat there and my wife would have been screaming.
Yeah, there was nobody to fight. I would have fought the gruel if I could, but I don't know how to do that.
Gruel. So what is the deal with the gruel, Chad? Is it an efficiency thing?
Yeah, I mean it's efficiency. I also like, at this point I like how it tastes, but it was when I was going through cancer treatment, I just started reading everything I could about like how to minimize your statistical likelihood of recurrences, et cetera, et cetera. And I put every food basically, other than berries, which I eat in the morning, I put every food that was kind of in the top list of things that will fight cancers in one meal, and I just ate it as much as I possibly could. I felt like if I kept my body full of that shit, like if that's the only fuel I'm using, then I have the highest statistical likelihood of avoiding getting cancer again.
Wow, that's amazing. You're a smart guy, man. That's another thing that I've appreciated about you over the years is one of the things that resonates with me, the way that you speak, is that, because I relate to Will with a lot of stuff too, but you're an efficiency guy. And I like that, because I'm an efficiency guy.
Yeah.
I'm very much just like, how do I do this the quickest and easiest, cheapest way?
Absolutely. You only got so many days in this corporeal form. I ain't trying to waste them doing bullshit.
Exactly. It's bad enough I have to sleep and
I agree.
Eat and shower, and if I didn't have to do any of that, that's the dream, dude. Is just going into AI and just, maybe we're already here, dude.
Yep. So that said, I've already written the chorus. I'm
Song wrote the song.
While
we were chatting.
I'm starting a verse right now, but I would like to say, now that we know what this song is about, since we're gonna go with Chad's choice, what is your preferred genre for burning yourself with gruel?
Oh, my preferred genre?
Yeah.
Dubstep.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, French House. We turned out a dope song with French House one time.
Nice.
Give it out.
I feel like it's hard to go wrong with dubstep.
Oh yeah, dude. I was super into like Skrillex and shit when that was going on.
What was it? Shiny Sprites and Scary Monsters, whatever that album was that won Grammys and shit.
Yeah, man.
Equinox.
Oh, 911 now.
Yeah.
Crazy drops.
Yeah, it was great.
0 out of 10.
It was great. And I think that album was like instrumental in launching a whole generation of EDM producers, because he just made that with like Fruity Loops, all the shit that was just standard on like the Fruity Loops download, no plugins, nothing.
Yep.
And people were like, what the fuck? You can just do that now?
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's wild stuff.
Actually, let me take that out.
How long ago was that? 15 years?
Yeah, dude.
Probably, yeah. Like, because that was like the height of like 9 to 11. Well, I don't know. I guess dubstep was like 7, 8. But yeah, I mean, that's like 15 now.
That's too long. I gotta go
almost 20.
dunk my head in a pot of gruel.
Yes. Do you have a second verse?
I kinda.
Okay.
Wouldn't recommend. It's really. I don't know. really kind of lame. I bet you, and that's also too another thing. Like, I bet you you'll never do that again.
What's that?
Because I'm that way. The thing with the gruel.
Oh, I
Because like
hope
that's
not,
the thing.
but I'm not
that's the
going to
thing
change
that
the way I
like
cook
to
it.
do. Yeah, that's true.
If I snap another fucking spoon, I guess you know what I will do? I'll always press the tomatoes to the side, never away from me in the front.
Or get a sturdier spoon, dude.
I
Get
got
you a
one
heavy
already.
spoon.
I got one
Oh,
already.
nice.
My girlfriend got it for me. It's beautiful.
Oh, nice.
I'll show it to you. I'll get it. Hang on, I'll take 1 second.
All right, since we're doing dubstep, I'm throwing in the dubstep breakdowns as well.
This is my new grill spoon.
Nice.
Look at that thing. Absolutely beautiful.
Wait a
Hard.
second. I gotta see.
Hard as a
Oh.
fucking rock. I don't
Oh
think
my
this can's
god! What is
snap.
there? Jade in there? What's going
Yeah,
on, bro?
It's a jade spoon. It's made from jade and human bone. No, I think it's just some kind of colored wood.
It does look really pretty though.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
It's just hard. It's like, you're not breaking this.
That's what you need, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, those little shitty wooden spoons are trash.
Yep. Baltique, it's called. I don't know if you know
That's
this
a
brand.
thing.
I don't know.
Mm-mm. That's a thing that that I relate to Will on as being a huge guy. We
Yep.
can't do normal stuff, you know?
Sure.
Yaz, when you drop your verse, throw it in the our chat that we have going with Chad.
Yeah, I got you. I'm about to.
All right, cool. I already wrote the first verse. We don't have a bridge yet. Chad, if you were yelling anything when it happened, what was that phrase?
You want me to write the bridge?
Well, you can, or I can do something fun with it. It's up to you. If you want to,
Something like...
if you wrote it, that would actually make me happy, because then you're writing your parts to it.
It's like, oops, I made a mess of this place. Now get these tomato peels off of my face. Something like
Oh,
that.
there you go. Yeah, dude.
Or
All right, that's all. That's all I needed. I'm gonna repeat
Okay,
that 4
good.
times as the bridge.
Do you game at all, chap?
do I? Yes, I do.
Have you been playing Marvel Rivals?
Dude, I couldn't get into it. I'm a big Overwatch guy.
Chap,
Marvel Rivals
You gotta,
bored the
you
fuck
gotta
out
try
of me.
more.
I gave it like a week. Unfortunately, PoE2 Early Access came out. And I ain't playing no other game now. So that's that.
I'm familiar.
Path of Exile 2.
Oh, Path of Exile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit got me. That shit stung me. The sting went deep, and I don't think I'm coming back. I just
That's
don't
how I
know
feel about
another
Marvel
game like
Rivals.
it. What's that?
That's how I feel about Marvel Rivals. It's like, oh, I'm in. And
Who's the
I was
character
saying
you play?
earlier,
Who's your main?
I main Invisible Woman.
Okay.
I like Storm a lot. I like to heal, mostly because no one does. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But dude, I was saying earlier, if they add Cyclops, that's all I'm ever doing for the rest of my life. Is playing that game.
Interesting. Did you ever play
Okay.
Overwatch?
I did not. I never. I don't know. I didn't get. You know what it is? Honestly, I'm not very competitive.
Yep.
And I feel like a lot of those games thrive on the competitive factor.
Absolutely.
And it's, for me, I just like to play with the boys. So like Marvel's a perfect thing for that because it's just like we just all gear up and get to be our favorite superheroes. Like it's real fun.
All right, I ran the first generation, and we are
Okay.
we
Hell
are
yeah.
ready. So here goes.
All right, let's go.
I titled it "Grueling."
Jesus Christ. Okay.
The grueling.
Got burned by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed up tomatoes with a wooden spoon. It was boiling and the juice went up and spewed. I burned my face with hot tomato skins. I know for sure I'll never do that again. And even though it hurt pretty bad, I think I'll be alright. And my name is Chad. Hot tomato juice is brutal. Tomato's not a veg, but it's a fruit, y'all. I would have fought the gruel if I could. While playing Alice in Chains song. What? I burn my face, I burn my face, I burn my face. Tomatoes all over the place, and I got burned by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed up tomatoes with a wooden spoon. It was boiling and the juice went up and spewed. I burned my face with hot tomato skins. I know for sure I'll never do that again. And even though it hurt pretty bad, I think I'll be alright. And my name is Chad.
So it's not quite
Holy
dubstep.
shit, this gruel is hot. It's burning through my skin. I give it a 0 out of 10. Wouldn't try it again. Wouldn't recommend that shit. It's really kinda crappy. Grill soup burns doesn't make me happy. And it shouldn't. Got burnt by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel.
What I usually do in Suno to get like real good dubstep is put dark dubstep, hardcore dubstep. Sometimes you can even throw in Witch House. That will get you some weird shit if dubstep is also on it.
I like that.
But like angry, aggressive, dark, I
Yep.
always use those adjectives with dubstep to get what I perceive to be the best
I
versions
threw
of
in
it.
aggressive right off the bat. So
Nice.
I added Witch House. I added dark dubstep. I'm also going to change the way we spelled gruel. I forgot that we like to spell things phonetically. So GROOL.
Yeah, that's another thing too, Chad. We have like and honestly, we haven't touched it in a while, but we have kind of a living Google Doc that's like just kind of tips and tricks for Suno, just like stuff that we have discovered along the way.
Yeah, sure.
Phonetic spelling is like top of the list. Like, and I try. My biggest thing is remembering to like rewrite the lyrics once it's done, so that when I share it to people, they're not reading the goofy stuff. But I've gotten so into that habit of just like recognizing that like.
Dude, you're
They're not going to
telling
know what
me,
this
as somebody who has literally produced hours of
Yeah, dude.
other people speaking through 11 labs. I mean, hundreds of hours
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
I know all too well the habit you fall into where it's like, whatever the fuck you're writing, no one could possibly read it because it's all phonetic.
Did you ever get to see Carlin?
No, never live. I
got to see him.
all of his shit though. Oh wow, dude! Which show?
yes.
Which one of his tours?
So it was in 2005. So it was like towards the end. I think it was like the tour for the special before his last.
Okay.
But I was in high school, and it was absolutely insane, dude. And and my mom and dad got me tickets because they knew how much I loved him, and it was like one of the best nights of my life. And I'll never forget, he came on stage, and before he said anything else, he was like, "You know what you don't hear a lot?" He's like, "You know what you don't hear people say a lot of anymore? Pussy farts."
I remember that. Yeah, dude.
And I was crying. And I remember my mom just kind of like rolling her eyes. But God, what a brilliant guy. I've got him back there.
Yeah.
What a brilliant guy.
I remember the first time I ever saw him, I don't know how old I was, a tiny fucking kid. And my parents always had HBO. And it was like one of his first HBO specials when I was 7 or 8 or whatever. And I was just fucking mesmerized.
Just hooked. Yeah. He was genius.
Absolutely. One of the greatest all time, one of my favorite of all time. It was an honor and a pleasure to write a 1-hour special for him.
Yeah, dude. And I can tell you as a fan, because, dude, I have his Little David records on CD. Like, I'm a huge Carlin fan. And when I heard that special, that, it was an interesting spot for me because obviously I'm a fan of you guys and Dudesy. But I remember thinking, like, just in the first, like, minute and a half, I was like, George would love this.
Like, I mean, maybe, who knows?
Maybe the repercussions of, like, AI and stuff, that's a different conversation. But, like, the material, like, for what it was, I was like, no. I shouldn't say that I shouldn't say that I thought that he would love this because I think that he might. But what I thought in that moment was, this is what he would say if he came back from the dead. That's what he would do. He'd be like, well, I've been dead. Like,
I was really trying to make it sound like it's something that he would say based on, I mean, what I did before I wrote that was listen to and watch all of his shit in order, just mainline it. And took notes, and I had grids of like subjects that he would talk about. I didn't want to repeat any jokes, obviously. So I tried to like make it as close to what I thought like his way of thinking would have been. And that was where I stopped thinking about George Carlin. Because for me, that whole piece was about, can you believably recreate somebody from the dead? If you take the time to know what their body of work was and you yourself extrapolate what might be the next step of that if they were alive or brought back. I mean, the concept of that was that he was brought back by AI, obviously.
Right.
And so, yeah, dude, I just fucking rolled with it. I felt like very compelled to do it. Like, this is something I have to do. And we threw it out there.
I'm so happy. I'm so
immediately.
Happy I'm so happy it exists, though, and that's the big note on all of this Suno stuff is that we now, or AI in general, but in Suno for our show, these songs that just the ones that Song and I have made. God, we've made probably 50 by now. Song just doing this show. They never would have existed prior to this tech.
Yeah,
we just wouldn't have spent the time doing it.
Nope.
Like,
of course, dude, and that's the beauty to me of like not just AI, but all computer creative endeavors. It's like, think about like special effects and shit, like non-AI, just people, even motion graphics. Think of like just motion graphics, something that in now After Effects, if you're competent with it, you can make a nice looking motion graphics thing in like 10 minutes. That, you know, back in 1960s, 70s would have taken a team of animators weeks or months just to make a little like 5-second title intro or something. And that's just a computer getting rid of the need for excessive labor. AI is the same. Yep. And so if you're creative and you have shit in your head that you want to fucking get out, well, now I don't need, not only do I not need a studio or a fucking record label to sign me and get me in a studio to record and no, all that shit. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. Yep. If you just have a good melody and some lyrics, you can fucking just make it now. I absolutely love it. And the same is true in visual art too. You don't need to know how to draw or paint. You can make pretty much anything with AI image generators. I absolutely love it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. All right, Song I think has been tinkering.
Oh, I did. I tunkered. I tinked.
So we got new runs.
So we got dark dubstep, witch house, dubstep aggressive, club banger, angry aggressive dubstep, drop the bass, bro step. And I edited some of the spellings of gruel.
Step, bro.
Wait, do you guys use Udio at all?
I'm so used to using Suno. It's like FL Studio versus Ableton for me. They're basically the same, but I'm so used to using the quirks and everything with Suno that I haven't strayed from it.
I've tried Udio, but not in several months.
Interesting. I use them both pretty frequently. I think Udio is better for... Udio, you make a song like more modularly. You make the chorus and then you create it and then you just try new verses until you get one that you like the sound of, and then you can kind of repeat that melody and shit. At least that's the method that I use. What's that?
Some people use Suno that way, but I guess they do it more of a manual where they'll actually generate the chorus and then build off of it, like with Extend and stuff.
Yeah, and that's primarily what Udio is good for. But Udio, you can literally type in like Tom Petty, meet. You don't have to say meets, but you can be like Tom Petty, comma, Chapel Roan, comma, whoever. Just put in artist names, and it will send you an error message and be like, you can't use artist names, so we replaced it with and you're like, but that does sound just like Tom Petty.
Well, yeah, and more importantly, now you know the prompt for the future.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like we're gonna have to look at that pretty soon. But here's Grueling version 2.
G2.
Hopefully it sounds more dubsteppy.
All right.
Already loving it.
Oh yeah.
Got burnt by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed up tomatoes with a wooden spoon. It was boiling and the juice went up and spewed. I burned my face with hot tomato skins. I know for sure he'll never do that again. And even though it hurt pretty bad, I think I'll be alright, and my name is Chad. Hot tomato juice is brutal. Tomato's not a veg, but it's a fruit, y'all. I would have fought the gruel if I could, while playing the Alice in Chains song would. I burned my face. I burned my face. tomatoes all over the place, and I got burnt by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed up tomatoes with a wooden spoon. It was boiling and the juice went up and spewed. I burned my face with hot tomato skins. I know for sure I'll never do that again. And even though it hurt pretty bad, I think I'll be alright, and my name is Chad.
I have a lyric change for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit me.
I think instead of at the end of the chorus, it goes, and even though it hurt pretty bad, I think I'll be all right, and my name is Chad, if I may.
Yeah, you may.
And even though it hurt pretty bad, it was the best pot of gruel that I ever had.
Okay. All right. All right.
See? This is exactly why you were invited on here, Chad. This is the kind of thing we need you for.
All right. Even though it hurt
you
really
can adjust
bad
the whole
or hurt
chorus
pretty
on
bad,
that.
what was it?
Yeah. It was the best pot of gruel I ever had.
Yeah.
And it is true.
Worth
I
it.
ate the gruel
Hashtag worth it.
minutes later after it
Well, I
scalded me.
I suspect that after you had that fire off of your skin, you were like happy with whatever.
Now I've got to heal up.
Yeah. You got aloe, brother? Get you an aloe plant. That's good for burns, yeah.
What did I put on it? I don't know. My girlfriend had some kind of juice, some kind of cream.
Yeah, there's probably something more advanced. We just have an aloe plant because we're from the South. So that's how we get down.
Same. I see John Hayner in the chat is saying Football Baby was great too, despite the machine gun pace. Let me tell you about the machine gun pace. I made the first like 1 minute of that, and I didn't put a laugh track or anything in it, and I heard that machine gun pace, and I was like, I need an hour of this.
Yeah.
And so that was like, that was part of what made it funny to me, was that like he never took a fucking breath, he never paused for a laugh. He just fucking Tom Brady just kept steamrolling the whole fucking.
I thought it felt like Tom Brady. Like I was like, this is what he would do because that's how he is. He's like, go, be a winner.
Yeah.
Don't suck it up. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, so funny.
All right. Let's hope this is the football baby of grueling.
Oh.
Got burned by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed up tomatoes with a wooden spoon. It was boiling and the juice went up and spewed. I burned my face with hot tomato skins. I know for sure I'll never do that again. And even though it hurt pretty bad, it was the best pot of gruel I ever had. Hot tomato juice is brutal. Tomatoes not a veg, but it's a fruit, y'all. I would have fought the gruel if I could, while playing the Alice in Chains song. Would I burned my face?
Oh yeah.
I burned my face. I burned my face. Tomatoes all over the place, and I got burned by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed up tomatoes with a wooden spoon.
Now, for me, I'm not really feeling the vocal delivery on this one.
Yeah, I wondered about that. The music is great.
Oh yeah.
I'm not crazy about the
I
lyrics
know for
or
sure.
the vocals rather.
Let's see what the second iteration sounds like. I feel like we're on the right track though.
3.2.
Got burned by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed
Sounds like Weird Al.
I was just gonna say that.
and the juice went up and spewed. I burned my face with hot tomato skins.
It really sounds like Weird Al.
Never do that again. And
Yeah, bro. That's Yankovic step, brother.
I think I'll be alright, and my name is Chad. Hot tomato juice.
Oh wait, what happened?
Gruel.
This is version 2. Hang on a second.
Oh shit.
That's not even the right one, but that one was pretty good. I will say. Now this, because that I noticed because the lyrics weren't right. The best pot of gruel I ever had.
With Suno, to me, it all sounds like pretty good. What I usually do when I'm making a song, once I have the lyrics like set, I'm just fucking, I don't know if you guys are like this, just generating thousands of songs until one of them pops out at me and is like, that sounds fucking good.
Yeah. Well,
For sure.
so I do that often. Like, so part of what we do on the show is like, we kind of try to limit ourselves to 5 generations per theme.
Okay.
Just to save on tokens, because then that's like a waste if we're just kind of blasting them out, right? Because it's just for the show. But when I'm writing like a legitimate song, like I have a whole disco funk album like ready to go. I just have to record all the vocals for it. But doing it in Suno, I'll write all of the lyrics, get a generation, say, okay, I didn't like the way that this word was delivered, or like I like the pacing here, but I don't like it there. So then I'll edit it. Once I get like a really good one, then I'll hit like, 5, 6 different generations, listen to all of them, see what I like, and then kind of just keep narrowing it down as much as possible. Because like
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, because if you just kind of roll the dice the whole time, I mean, you'll get tired like of just listening to the same thing over and over.
I don't get tired of it. And in fact, once I find one that I like, if I just want to tweak, one little section of it or whatever, I'll make 100 generations with just that section different, just to see if a note does something weird or whatever. That to me is like the fun of it. I don't like, I'll listen to a million versions of the same song, and I think I can pick, at least for me, the one that I like the best. And if there's something a little off, I'll fucking keep going until it's perfect.
Yeah.
You can I don't know if you've had any experience with or used the recreate section tool on Suno.
I have tried it, yeah.
It's hit or miss. Admittedly,
agree.
there have been times where I'm just screwed, but on more than one occasion, I've been able to like perfectly replace it. And I'm like, oh, perfect. That was it. I needed that one line fixed, and now it's fixed, and now I'm happy.
Yeah. I haven't had much luck with that. I keep trying it. But I usually find that it's easier to just like rewrite the shit and re-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's hear this last one. And
and then it's theme picking time.
Yeah, dude, because we're rolling overtime.
Oh shit, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Got burnt by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed up tomatoes with a wooden spoon. It was boiling and the juice went up and spewed. I burned my face with hot tomato skins. I know for sure you'll never do that again. And even though it hurt pretty bad, it was the best pot of gruel I ever had. Tomato juice is brutal. Tomato's not a veg, but it's a fruit, y'all. I would have fought the gruel if I could, while playing the Alice in Chains song would. I burned my face. I burned my face. I burned my tomatoes all over the place. And I got burned by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed up tomatoes with a wooden spoon. It was boiling and the juice went up and spewed. I burned my face with hot tomato skins. I know for sure I'll never do that again. And even though it hurt pretty bad, it was the best pot of gruel I ever had.
Almost got like a pirate kind of vibe.
Yeah,
It's hot. It's burning through my skin. I give a 0 out of 10. Wouldn't try it again. Wouldn't recommend that shit. It's really kind of crappy. Gruel soup burns doesn't make me happy. And it shouldn't. Got burned by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed up tomatoes with a wooden spoon. It was boiling and the juice went up and spewed. Tomato skins. I know for sure I'll never do that again. And even though it hurt pretty bad, it was the best pot of gruel I ever had. place. Now get these peels of my face.
Oh,
I made a mess of this place.
I like this better though.
Peels of my face. I made a mess of this place. Now get these peels of my face. I made a mess of this place. Now get these peels of my face.
Yeah.
Got burned by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed up tomatoes with a wooden spoon. It was boiling and the juice went up and spewed. In my face, these hot tomato skins.
tomato.
Yeah.
Even though it hurt pretty bad, it was the best pot of gruel I ever had.
Circus, dude.
Got burned by gruel. Gruel is my body fuel. I smashed up tomatoes with a wooden spoon. It was boiling in
Rocket
the juice
taking
went
off.
up and spewed.
Oh, we got a hard stop on that one.
That was wild, dude.
It's weird,
Yeah.
and I think maybe it's the way that I structured it here, because typically you have the like a build up and then you have the breakdown, right? I think I went too crazy with the lyrics on the chorus, not keeping that in mind. I should have kept it more simple. And what's weird to me too is like I should have tried to tell it something more specific with the breakdown, because every single breakdown was different. There was no continuity for me.
True. That's kind of cool though, I think. Like cuz that song that we just listened to feels like a thing that like your sister-in-law's boyfriend would have to show you. Like, "Oh yeah, I'm a DJ." You know what I mean? Like it feels like it's like a guy that you know through 3 degrees of separation made.
Feels real.
Which is kind of cool. But it's theme picking time now, dude.
Yeah, dude. Last segment of the show.
Guess what time it is? It's time to pick a theme. You might be a little confused if this is your first time on the stream, but it's theme picking time, so feel free to share your ideas.
I like to think
Might
this
make a
sounds
song
like
about
Seth
kaiju
MacFarlane.
or a leprechaun made out of tortillas.
I could see that.
Gotta
Sinatra-y.
pick a theme, gotta pick a theme, gotta pick a theme, gotta pick a theme, gotta pick a theme.
Now I can't
gotta
stop
pick a
seeing
theme
Seth
if we don't
MacFarlane.
have a show. Gotta pick a theme, gotta pick a theme, gotta pick a theme, gotta pick a theme.
I mean, we could just move right into it.
Gotta pick a theme. If
Yeah,
we
man.
don't, we
So
don't have a show.
this is just a segment where we just decide what we want to do for our homework next week.
Yep.
This could also be Chad's choice, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Well, but it's whatever. I did also, just before I forget about it, while we have you, I wanted to tell you, Chad, of this story.
Yeah.
At least as far as like when I noticed that AI music was going to be the future of music. So my grandmother is in her 80s. She wrote a song when she was like in her 20s. And it's just been a song on paper for 50 years. It's just been for 60 years. It's just been lyrics on paper. And she's never really had like the resources or the money or the time or just like the know-how to make it a song. And so I took it earlier last year, and I took it and I ran it through Suno, and I ran it through a bunch, and I found one that was good, and I sent it to her, and she sent me a message about it, and she said that she cried because it was this song that had only ever existed in her head for like her whole life, and she got to hear it. And when that moved me to the point where I was like, oh, this is way more than just like, oh, I pressed a button and made a song.
Of course.
This is like the future of music generation for all of us.
Absolutely. I just don't think there will be a time anymore when people are like making their own demos. I think this will be like the first place all songwriters go to get kind of melody ideas or maybe even lyric ideas, but certainly like to put together a first version of a song. This is the only way to do it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Well, what are we doing? So we pick a theme, and then like usually the audience also participates in the theme/genre picking for our homework, and then we just kind of have to. I typically put my homework off to the last minute, like I wrote mine this morning.
Oh damn!
So Song usually writes his like the night of.
Yeah.
Done.
Makes sense.
But yeah, the uprising is a theme.
The uprising is interesting. I've been doing a lot of attempts to get on the astral plane, making some very good headway. I've seen an entity recently.
Whoa, what are you doing, dude?
Wait, you've seen
this
what?
is Chad post Dudesy just like becomes one with the universe.
I mean, I was trying to do that during Dudesy too.
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah, I have been doing Gateway with more regularity, asking certain things of whoever may be in the astral plane with me to give me signs if things are happening, and indeed signs have occurred. Wow. That said, I also saw an entity the other day. Woke up in sleep paralysis, and I was having a dream about spiders. The spiders, when I woke up, the spiders were there in my bedroom. They dematerialized into this kind of black mist that formed a humanoid figure looking at me in bed. For like 10 seconds, I was just staring at it, and then it dissipated as I like actually woke up.
See, if that happened to me, I wouldn't be able to tell you the story because I'd be dead.
What?
My wife has in the past suffered with sleep paralysis, and my business partner and good friend has as well. I am incredibly fortunate to have not have experienced that because I don't know if I could handle it, brother. I think my heart might pop.
No, it's fun.
I don't know.
The first times I ever had sleep paralysis or when I was going through cancer treatments, and I definitely had multiple times waking up and looking around my bedroom and seeing like creatures. I don't know what you want to call them. Something. These things were in there looking at me, and I enjoyed it every time. Some people think they may be malevolent. They definitely looked malevolent, but I'm down with that.
Speaking of sleep paralysis, I've had it recently. One of the last times I went to LA, I was on the couch. I fell asleep. My son's there, my lady's there, and I can hear everything that's going on, and I feel like I could see it. It could have been dreaming, but I could hear what was going on in the room, and I'm like calling for them to say, like, you know, I wanted to say something. No one's paying attention to me, and I'm screaming now in my brain. I'm yelling at them like, hey, like, I'm talking to you, like, what's going on? Nobody hears anything, and I guess it subsided, and I'm like, you guys couldn't hear me at all? And they're like, what? So yeah, it was not a fun experience.
I mean, I'm starting to come to the conclusion that there is some giant underlying layer of consciousness that is reflecting what we view as physical reality, but that none of this shit is actually real. And to me, it's like we spend whatever 8 to 10 hours every night with a massive break in our linear consciousness, and we are some other fucking place. And your reaction when you wake up in a dream is not like, what the fuck is why am I on a spaceship? Why is a giant dragon chasing me? You're just like, when you're in it, you're like, no, this is what makes sense in the dream. You know, it's a completely shifted version of what we consider to be waking human consciousness. We all experience it every fucking day, and nobody seems to give a shit or want to know what the fuck it is. It's mind-blowing to me.
I'll buy that. I can see that. Like, it's backwards, dude. The asleep time is the awake time, brother.
Possibly, yeah. Maybe.
That's really wild.
I'm gonna remove uprising. We're gonna go astral projection.
Yeah, I was just thinking, since we're talking about it, sleep paralysis.
Alternate reality.
Yeah, dude.
Malevolent entities.
Yeah. I'm not going to be here next week, but I do have a song. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, please do. Yeah, we'd be happy to play it.
I made a song on my little Spotify. Where is my fucking Spotify?
Yeah, just shoot it over to me in an email or through Discord or whatever, and we'll give it a listen on the show next week. But
great.
Have to say, thank you so much for joining us. I did say it was going to be about an hour. We did go a little over.
Dude, it's been my absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. I wish you guys.
Yeah, you're the best, dude.
I'll come back on some other time too.
This has big
when
fun,
you're
man.
when you're done with
Glad
the
you get
second
to be a part
album,
of it.
when you're done with the second album, let us know. We'll give it. We'll do like a listen party.
Fucking
Oh yeah, I'd be
done,
down for
dude.
that.
That'll be hilarious
Yeah.
for
That'd
everybody
be big fun.
who likes.
Oh, dude, me and Yaz, we wrote. So we have a whole reggae album. Yazik did. What was it? The first one we did together.
So we did. So yeah. So he did Artificial Irie, which is the reggae album, which I helped to slightly. That's mostly him.
Okay.
And then he and I together wrote The Middle Ages.
That's what it was.
Which is like an 80s electronic funk pop album about just like being middle age.
That's cool.
And then I just finished Music for the End of the World, which is like a 25 song, just like straight up apocalypse. And he's got a few, Carl's got a few on there.
Yep.
We're always churning shit out. And then Song's been working on this new Humo one that he's got like a whole, that's going to be like the album before Math Lord 2, dude.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
that,
wow.
and also the disco funk one. It's called Going Out, and it's kind of like I've never been like single guy in the club scene, so this is like a take of like how I would be knowing what I know now, not that like 20-year-old brain, but like 40-year-old man brain. But also like, you know, trying to have a good time. I'm not the first to like try to make a pass at somebody.
Yeah.
So it's like what I would do in that kind of a situation. Pretty interesting stuff. And it's all disco funk, because I've always wanted to be in like a funk band, but everyone was like, you know, pop punk rock, or just I didn't know enough real musicians to pursue that dream. But now with Suno, I can do that, or with AI music in general.
Exactly. Or make anything you want. now.
Born too late, brother. I should have been hanging out with George Clinton.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna do dubstep grunge.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna do dubstep grunge and as the music genre, and then sleep paralysis.
Okay. Can it be either dubstep
astral
or grunge?
projection. It can.
Okay.
Or it can be both. I'll probably run like one of each and then a couple together.
Let's do that.
Just to see.
All right. Well,
Cool.
But it's what do we call it? The simmer down.
No,
this
that's what Chad has for the necessary conversation. That's the simmer down. This is the ending outro, dude. Basically the same thing though.
Yeah, same thing. We all have a simmer down.
That's true.
Yeah, so at the end of every show we burn down the studio.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
This is very like the end of the TMP.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just nonsense. Yes, that is true. That is canon to our show. So actually, it's CROM and his CROM bots, the Carl bots.
They took over.
They burn the theater down when we're finished with the show.
Yeah, it's cheaper than cleaning it. So
Yeah. They were like equal pay, or we light this place on fire.
yeah, and
It's actually really expensive in attorney's fees, but you know it's a wash.
but they do rebuild. They do rebuild every place, every time. So they get a new studio or new venue. We get to build again.
Talk about a win-win.
That's great.
Yeah,
Chad,
but-
it's amazing of you to join us.
Please do.
I have a lot of respect for you as a writer, as an artist, as just a guy, and like I feel very blessed to have had you be part of this little thing that we've made, because this really was like a brainchild of like Dudesy and like just you guys in general. Like I don't know, I certainly relate to you and to Will a lot as people, and I just think you guys are great.
Well, thank you, man. You know, we obviously like all the stuff you guys did in service of Dudesy too when we were doing it, and it's been my pleasure to come into this thing you guys are doing now.
Yeah, and you know, and I always say this, but thanks for all the shit you guys shared that I did because of Dudesy. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have, you know, as big of a following as I have, and that's not even that important. It's like it got me back into music, back into creating, and
Dude, that's great.
Yeah, it's been really fun to get to know you guys.
Yeah, same to you, man.
Yeah, dude. And Song and I met because of Dudesy.
Yep.
Oh no shit.
Oh yeah, because
Wow.
because I'm in Florida, he's in Tennessee, so
Right.
he's originally from like Cali. But I started watching Dudesy just because it was like in my area and was watching it, and I saw some of the shit that he started doing, and I think it was the Street Fighter 2. When Will did the fucking Pearl Jam Street Fighter 2,
Yeah.
and then Song remade it into a song, and then I think there was maybe one more after that was like a Dear Diary, and I was like, I gotta fucking reach out to this guy.
Dear Diary was the one that kind of put me on the POD map.
I'll never forget Crow Upper Echelon.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, but as soon as I heard that, I was like, I need to work with this dude. And then like we immediately hit it off and started building shit. We built Math Lord in like 6 months.
Yeah, that's
dude.
fantastic.
Well, thanks again for joining us, Chad.
My pleasure, guys. Thanks for having me.
It's been a treat.
Yeah, you're the best, bro. Much
right.
appreciated.
My pleasure. I'll talk to you guys soon.